Hi, how are you doing? Are you looking for a job? Have you gone uh, to interviews? Have you passed them? How many have you done? How many jobs have you applied for? How many offices have you knocked? These are some of the questions I know that are on many young people's minds. Basically, Kenya is one of those countries where we have the biggest population of young people. They say actually it's 20%. Out of the 50 million Kenyans, we have 10 million young people between 15 to 24 years. Maybe you're one of them. Last year, about 100,000 graduates left colleges and universities in Kenya. Maybe you're one of them. Or you are even in high school. What job or what career are you pursuing? What would you like to do with your life? These are difficult questions. Questions we ask ourselves every day. Welcome to my channel. This is Reuben Kimani. I'm the CEO of Username Investment Limited. For the next few weeks, we'll be covering a very interesting topic about employability in Kenya. Something that is closer to my heart, something I have gone through as a person. I've been asking myself difficult questions, even as we run a serious business in Kenya. I've been asking all those thousands of my friends, thousands of graduates, a good number of my friends who are not able to get jobs. And maybe I'll start by giving my own story so that you understand more, so that you know where I'm coming from. Some of the things I experienced, maybe that is what you experience at this time. I left the university in July of 2008. It's about 10 years ago. And it was quite difficult on me. I was top of the class, so I thought it was so easy for me to get a job. So I left out there and of course started tamarking like many of you would find yourself in such kind of a situation. I went around. I remember we used to apply for so many jobs. I had a target every day. I had to apply for like 10 jobs online every day. That was my target. Then see how many interviews I would get invited to. I remember we used to go around this town, Nairobi. From Mombasa Road, going to Gong Road, go to some part of Thika Road, you go to Ayaki Westlands, knocking on companies, looking for anyone, talking to relatives. There are those who maybe are looking and angling for friends and relatives to help them secure these jobs. But for 4 months, I went round. I had very little amounts of money. At some point, I remember I could not afford to go for an interview, and it was 20 bob. It was so difficult for me. You may be going through that. But to cut the long story short, I applied for many jobs. I was invited for several interviews. I actually thought I knew how to do interviews because I was bright and smart. I had passed my exam. But I failed so many interviews in the process. I learned so many things. Basically, it took me 4 months to get my first jobs in a software development company. And I remember that particular day, I struggled because I did not get enough money to go for that interview. These are some of the stories most of you would give, and it is not easy to get a job in Kenya. Just to give some few statistics, the rate of the employment rate in Kenya is at 40%, and by 2020, our economy, that is the Kenyan economy, most of you blame the government, nasema serikali isaidie. The government or the economy should create 4 million jobs to ensure all of us get a job somewhere. If you don't do something in the next 10 years, we'll have 15 million young Kenyans who don't have jobs. It is that serious. But I also noticed that we cannot blame the government all the time. There is also the aspect of employability of graduates. The question to ask yourself, whether you are in high school, in college, or maybe looking out for a job, do you possess a skill that is needed out there? Because one of the difficulties we have as a company is to get the right skills, somebody who can get the job done. Are you one of those people who can get the job done? You're just given a job and you can be able to do anything. That is one of the things I would like to dwell in the next few weeks. I would also like to talk about how to look for jobs, how to ensure you write the right CV, how to ensure you are invited for one, and how to ensure that you do an interview where you can pass. How to ensure that when you get a job, you can be able to maintain it. You can be able to have the right skill for the job. And I hope you'll be very keen enough. There are those, by the end of this session, by listening to this or watching to this video and implementing some of these experiences that I have or advices that I feel can help you, you'll be able to get a job or be able to start a small business somewhere. I would like first to highlight, maybe to make you understand, to highlight some of the challenges that graduates or people who graduate face in their path to being able to pursue their careers or to get a position somewhere. One of the things that I have noticed, even from my experience, is that you'll find most people don't know what the market requires. Markets are driven by needs, even in business. If you are looking for a job and the market requires people who can be able to do ABC, I'll give an example of the ICT industry, which I have a lot of training in, by the way. You'll find that some companies, especially software development houses, they struggle to get people who can be able to program. There are very few people who are well qualified to be able to do programming, expert programming. And because programming, from where I come from, is something that is easy. This is something, once you notice there's such a need, it's good to focus your efforts there. There's so many areas in ICT. Let me come out of there. The other domains like marketing, these are domains like customer care, the other domains like selling. And maybe I may focus on selling because I've done it before when we started this business. Selling is one of those skills that scares people. But the interesting thing is, if you're able to be very good in it, you will not miss a job a day of your life. Basically, what I'm trying to say is very good for you to understand what skill does the market need, and do you have that skill? The other problem that most graduates experience as they are trying to look for jobs is that there are very few opportunities that are available, especially in a country like ours. You'll find that everyone struggles to get a job in the big corporates. I applied for many years to get a job in Safaricom. I did get it anyway. But there are so many people who are struggling, looking for jobs in all the big corporates in the country. Safaricom, all the big banks, Equity, KCB, Corp, maybe ABL, I remember, the big four auditing firms, Akina PwC, Akina KPMG. You struggling to look your job maybe in only 10 firms in Kenya, whereas there are many other organizations that even give you a better environment for growth, which is something we'll cover maybe in the next topic. There are many organizations that can be able to give you maybe even better pay than those big organizations you can do about. Basically, you just need to do your own research. So we have that challenge of having some few big players in the market in terms of employing graduates, and you don't need to focus your effort just there. The other challenge that graduates have, and I have experienced this myself, I did ICT, computer science in the university, but right now we pride ourselves as an authority in real estate. This is a discipline I've trained myself over the last few years. But I'm a trained engineer, trained ICT expert. But I am an authority. I pride myself as an authority in the field of real estate. Basically, when we are growing up, we had very few career guidance platforms and maybe experiences where people would guide us and tell us, pursue this, pursue this, pursue this. Basically, we pursued courses which we thought were good. There are those who are pursuing courses maybe because of your parents, someone is pushing you to do it. There are those who are pursuing courses because they think that is the in thing. I have to do medicine because my guy who is very smart I have to do engineering because I think I'm very smart. What is very important, I would like to advise you, especially if you're in college or you are looking for a college or you're in high school, it is very important to look at what does the market need. If you're looking for a job in Kenya, what does the market need in Kenya? Which type of jobs are easily created by the economy, so that you don't do a course where after doing 5 years, 6 years of toiling, I know how hard it is doing those assignments and those cards every now and then. You don't want to finish and realize that is not what you wanted to do after spending all the money or spending all the time. So it is, I know career guidance has been one of the challenges that many people have faced. There are also those who have followed areas they have no interest in pursuing. It is very important to know what you want early enough. This can only come by seeking guidance from people who have been there before. We are in an era of Google, internet. You can be able to research as much as you can. Understand what was I made to do, what is my purpose in life, something that we'll cover in the next topics. There are those challenges that you understand people have been having as a student, you have been having, but the good news is, apart from all those challenges I've talked about, there's a way to go through them. There's a way to get a job. There's a way to start a small business if that is your interest. There's a way to navigate this Nairobi. Somebody told me, if you come to Nairobi, and I'll say it maybe in Sheng so that you understand. Nairobi itakufunza. Watu watakufunza kuishi Nairobi. Basically, when you come here, you'll hustle. That's what it means. You'll hustle and you'll find your way through. But you need to know some few tips, which I'll be sharing in the next video. You look forward to it. Things you can do based on my experience, be able to ensure you get the job you want, the job that can pay you well, the job that can move you to the next level, have a good family, the job that can basically move you to where you want to be in the next 5 or 10 years. Thank you for watching. Keep tuned in and kindly share with your friends. You don't want to benefit alone. Comment, engage with us. There are those who have been inboxing me for some time asking me about questions. Please keep them coming. We'll cover them in video. We'll answer as many of them as you can. But remember to also subscribe to this channel.